Hey yo everybody, my name is Jay Waz and welcome back to Need for Speed World in the NightRiderz server. In this video we're going to be checking out the 5 brand new cars that were recently added to the NightRiderz server. Let's get into it. This is the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S 957. It's got an overall 497, top speed of 550, acceleration 682, and handling of 260. That acceleration is pretty damn good for C-Class. And the handling is absolute garbage, like I mentioned in the update video. So it's sort of going to be better in Team Escapes than its races. I've never really been a big fan of these things anyway. And if you want to buy this thing, it's going to set you back a whopping $295,000 in-game cash. Alright, let's see how it does in races and Team Escapes. Construction routes back! Let's go! I missed you. Can I please click it? Thank you. Now it's time for the useless information segment on the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. There are 2 different versions of this generation, the 955 and the 957. This one is the 957, the only difference being a facelift and some engine modifications. This generation Cayenne is actually the first generation of the Cayenne, which ran from 2003 to 2010. The Turbo S model was created in 2006, specifically to compete with the Mercedes-Benz ML63 AMG. The 957 features a 0.3 liter larger engine than the 955, a 4.8 liter turbocharged V8 making 550 horsepower, 36 more horsepower than the pre-facelift version, and it goes almost a full second faster to 60 at 4.7 seconds. That's all for the useless information segment for now. Let's get back to it. Okay, not bad, not bad. It understeers like hell in the corners, and if you hit something hard enough, it'll start to go into a slide. It's definitely not a race car. Oh, but even with that number being that low, it does handle a lot better than I expected, and the acceleration is insane. I'm impressed by that.
All right, it's time to batter up because we're about to make a home run.
Okay, my jokes will never get better. Don't expect them to. The acceleration is insane. It's like, with perfect launch, it's even crazier. I can't even imagine, bro. That's insane. And it hits good. Hell yeah. Bro, okay, how about the... Oh, no, bad spot, bad spot, bad spot. That was a bad spot, right? You didn't know that's a bad spot. No! Okay, how did it hit the... Ah, bad spot again. Am I ever going to get a good hit here? I am on top of a Corvette cop car. I am on top of a Corvette cop car. Even... I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. And... yeah, boy, dude, this thing can hit really well. I can't imagine how well it's going to do when they tune it up and make it, heavier. Added mass and all that stuff. I'm not a big fan. I understand the practicality of an SUV, but in a lot of ways, this is much worse than that. Sure, you got all that storage, you got all that space to add stuff, but then you got that obscene amount of horsepower. What do you need that for? Where are you are you in that much of a rush to take your kids to school? Now, in an off-roading sense, I can get it. Taking it off-road, it'd probably do very well. It's actually kind of built for that. I actually don't talk about that in the fun facts. But throw out some off-roading tires and you got a winner for off-roading. And dude, this thing is amazing in Team Escape so far. It feels like it should be in B class when it's not. Oh, right in the ass! Go, go, go! Right, left. That wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to stay right, left, and then right there. Ow! I'm doing horribly right now, but thankfully this thing is a tank. Oh, that was too close for comfort. Oh, right in the face. We still had some momentum going forward, though. That helped a lot. We're not going to talk about that. Rhino hit. Oh, yeah, boy. Do it again. Do it again. I've forgotten about this. Ah! I'm going to have to use that, damn it. Oh, later right in front of me. Ah! I saw that coming. I knew I was going to bounce off the wall. Yeah. Not maneuverable enough for dodging rhinos at slow speeds. What did I say? I just knew this would be a fantastic Team Escape car. I guess the part of a crappy handling and defected SUV would probably give that away. Absolute win in Team Escapes. Definitely a Team Escape car. Let's see what kind of customization we got for this thing. First things first, let's check out the aftermarket shop. I want to know if this thing has body kits. I feel like it should. It does. It has one. You can apparently buy the police lights. I'm not doing that. There are no custom spoilers dedicated to this vehicle. There are no hoods. You can add wheels. Of course, you can add wheels to just about any car. Let's add something, at least. We're going to make this Team Escape, so we got to put these on, right? Throw out some 19s. Yeah, that looks a little better. Black tint, you know we got to do it. Stage 3 lower kit is an absolute requirement. Yep, it actually looks good like that. Completely destroyed its functionality. But aside from that, it looks fantastic. I don't know who you are, Andy B, but you're going on the Cayenne. Got any peppers up in here? Yeah, I will say, it looks a lot like a Volkswagen SUV. I mean, I guess that's kind of be expected. Hey, that don't look bad. Guess we're going with, you know, let's make it metallic. Yeah, that looks good. All right, I guess I'll tune this thing up. I'll be right back. Well, that didn't take very long. We got solely focused on handling parts so far as only 2. Tier Lead Series 14, 14, 16 engine and a Rich Tur Race Series Force Induction with a 4-Force 8. You now got an overall of 598, top speed of 658, acceleration of 797, and handling of 339. Handling at the least amount of gain, not surprisingly. Acceleration went up by a hell of a lot along with top speed, which is insane, regardless of the fact that they're handling focus parts. And as for the skill workshop, 50% on RAM, or collision force, 20% on Juggernaut power, and 40% on Juggernaut duration, just in case we end up in S1 class, God forbid. And last but not least, Pursuit Cash maxed out, and that cost about pi in value. Y'all thought I forgot about the heavy mass, didn't you? Well, that's because I did. I actually forgot about it till now. And now we're going to do Compromise, my favorite team escape. Let's do this. I missed perfect launch. I blamed the color. I blamed the Porsche Panamera with the giant spoiler on it. Oh, that's going to be a good one, though. Oh, don't hit it. I hit it. The steering has got infinitely worse. What was I expecting? Rhino hit. Missed it because those bastards decided to kill themselves with them. Okay, anyway. Doesn't hit as heavy as I thought it would, but still hits a hell of a lot heavier than it did stock. Here's the ultimate test right here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Kill him! Kill him with kindness! Why do I feel like we're going through this way faster than I probably should be? Holy crap, this thing is amazing. Going nearly 190 miles an hour in this thing is probably not a good idea when you know you got rhinos up ahead. Holy crap. If I hadn't bothered to hit the brakes, I would have been dead. No. Oh, okay. I thought it was trying to prove its point that car's better than I think it is. Too bad it yeeted itself like I just did that cop. No! I looked down because my watch vibrated. Jesus Christ. Bing! Dude, this thing is insane. I absolutely love this for team escapes. This thing is a monster. Excuse me, coming through. I'm on, trying to get home. Bye. Juggernaut. All right. Hell yeah, let's go to the next class, dude. This thing is insane at team escapes. I'm kind of hoping it does get to S1 now. I'm wondering how it performed there. Let's move on to the next class. So as it turns out, it would definitely top out somewhere in S1 class. Top 2 parts of Tier Lead Series. Suspension is Tier Lead Series. The transmission is Stick Motorsport, and the brakes are Ventura Pro Series. So 4 handling focused parts with 1 acceleration part. I'm going to be doing acceleration for the tires as well. We now got an overall of 699. Nice. Top speed of 764, acceleration of 910, and handling of 423. That acceleration just keeps going up like crazy, followed by top speed, and last, handling. Go figure. But at least the handling's going up. Let's do late departure, my second favorite team escape. If you're wondering why these team escapes are my favorites, it's because they're the OGs. I love the OGs. They're so well done. Nothing wrong with the ones that were made after. But in my personal opinion, these are just better. Oh. Almost 100 miles an hour with that perfect launch. 160, 170, 180 mile per hour hit. We only lost 20 miles an hour. That's what I'm talking about. The handling actually does feel better. Andy B would be proud. The acceleration is like a supercar now. That is insane. To be fair, it is almost 1,000. It's not even S1 class. Jesus Christ, this thing is fast. Damn bastard! Damn sucker mom. Oh, ooh, that almost was a bad hit. Yeah, it turns a lot better now. It turns way better. It still understeers like hell. Don't get me wrong, but it does turn a lot better. I would definitely not use this in races though. No, that's a hell no. Oh my god! Okay, I guess we're going this way. It's good enough to dodge rhinos now. I'm happy. That rhino didn't stand a chance. You know, for an off-road car, it definitely does not like grass. You know, I say that like I didn't put giant rims on it. Okay, it's good enough for that. We're good. It's starting to look like I might get a just above 2-minute time on this, which is absolutely absurd. Even with this poor maneuverability this thing has, it still managed to successfully beat this with over 2 minutes left on the clock. That is insane. This thing is a fantastic team escape car. 300,000, let's go. I covered the cost of the car. What do you know? All right, tune this thing up. I shall be right back. All right, we now have 4. What the hell is it called again? All right, we now have 4 Tier Lead Series parts on here and 2 Stick Motorsport parts on here. Make it for an overall of 722, low S1 class, top speed is 788, acceleration is 738, and handling of 442. Acceleration got the most gain, followed by top speed and handling. As usual, this seems to be a continuous theme going on here. Acceleration is still insane. Even though we're in S1 class, it is still low S1 class. You gotta keep that in mind. So I'm worried about this, but also kind of hyped about this. I think it's gonna do incredibly well. Lions at State. I don't know how. I got mixed feelings about this right now. Oh, Rhino! 2 rhinos! Jesus Christ. It's already nightmare fuel! Whoa, that was close. That guy got messed up. Excuse me, don't you dare drive into my face, rhinos. This is not good. Bat, evade, back it up. Go, 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 go. Why is there a Lancia LC2 in here? That Lancia LC2 is going to get destroyed. If it doesn't, it is cheating. 200 miles an hour. Jesus Christ, slow down. Oh, what did I say? Bye-bye, Lancia. I'm so sorry you got destroyed, but my prediction was correct on that. Okay. Excuse me, you destroyed yourselves. I'm happy about that. Now that we're in the last team escape. Ah! Hey, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna get busted because I'm driving on top of a cop. Excuse me. Go, 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 go. Ah, run flats. Okay. Ah! Okay. Hey guys, you should not be keeping up like this, but you are anyway. You and your freaking hypercars. Oh! You know, strangely enough, that collision prevented me from getting a flat. Duh! Why is there usually 3 rhinos there? Those bastards. Oh my God! Did they up the rhinos? Jesus Christ! Why did they all avoid me there? That makes... Ah! Juggernaut! Screw you! Slingshot, we're going fast as hell, boy. Roadblock, hello! Bing! Right in the face! That was a semi. I almost hit the semi. That would have destroyed me. I don't care if my Juggernaut's on. Ah! And here comes the worst part of this team escape. The bridge. I drove right into that. Alright, we're ready to activate Juggernaut now! I always needed this part. Oh my God, there are rhinos doing things that are obscene and should be blocked. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. We got less than a minute left of the clock. Okay, well, thanks for that, I guess. LC2, I swear, if you get an... I take back my statement, whatever the hell I was about to say. 33 seconds left on the clock. And we did it. I knew I could do it. I didn't even get busted. I think that's amazing. That was pure chaos. It's always pure chaos. All right, so maxed out. Unbelievable team escape car. I want to use it in Lions of State, though. It definitely feels better in A class, if I'm being honest. Although in other S1 class team escapes, this probably would be absolutely absurd. The handling does gradually get better. So, there's that. God, we're already 40 minutes into this, and I'm only done with 1 car. Last input on the car. There's only one thing I don't like about it. It's got a glass roof, and you can't see the inside. If that's tint, that's too damn dark. You might as well just not even be glass. Do they have glass roofs? I don't know. Moving on to the next car. I'm going to be moving in order from class to make my life a little easier. This is the Maserati Quattroporte Sport GTS. It's got an overall 498, top speed of 550, acceleration of 670, and handling of 274. There is a chance this could be another team escape car. And if you want to buy this thing, it'll set you back a whopping $284,000 in-game cash. Now, going based on the stats, it's got absurd acceleration and pretty good top speed. It's actually comparable to the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S that we just tested. I actually wonder what the body kits on this car would be like, because we're going to find out after this race. Now it's time for the useless information segment on the Maserati Quattroporte. The first generation Quattroporte was built in 1963. The fourth generation, known simply as the Quattroporte 4, was absolutely hideous. The following generation was definitely a step up, known as simply as the Quattroporte. No Roman numerals. This generation is what we'll be driving in this video, made from 2003 to 2012. The model here is the facelift model. The Sport GTS wasn't introduced until the beginning of 2009, featuring a 4.7-liter V8 making 434 horsepower with a 0 to 60 of 5.1 seconds and a top speed of 190 miles an hour. That's all for this segment. Let's get back to the video. Okay, it's not bad. The handling feels definitely better than a Porsche. Of course, it's going to. It's a car. And it feels more stable. It feels more balanced. It doesn't feel like it's all over the place when you're driving it like it does with the Porsche, when you're trying to race it at least. It feels nice. And then they go and say that with the handling figure that low. The American luxury car does not like this Maserati. So for racing, it is surprisingly okay. I'm impressed by it. Home run, batter up time. Why can't I just say anything normal? Bing! Oh yeah, we already know what's gonna be. Yeah, we gotta figure out it. It's definitely going to be a Team Escape car. I didn't think it was going to be another Team Escape car. Although, yes, of course, this is naturally going to be heavy. It's a 4-door Maserati luxury car. But the handling that low, I should have known. Took the corners slightly faster than the Porsche did. But somehow, it feels heavier. Rhino hit! Yeah, it's definitely heavier. How the hell is this heavier than a Porsche SUV? Either way, I'll see you guys after this Team Escape. Unless something crazy happens. Woo! Dude, this would be a fantastic beginner Team Escape car. It's so easy to drive, it's heavy as hell, and it is more maneuverable than the Porsche. Alright, let's see what kind of customization this car has. Starting with the aftermarket shop. Police body kits. We got one body kit. Police lights. Really? If I had to guess what's going to happen with the next 3 cars, police lights. Really? If that's what's going to happen, I'm not going to be very happy with the customization of this update. No spoilers. No hoods. We can add wheels, but I'm not changing those because those are actually really nice. Black tint, you know we gotta do it. Stage 3 lower kit is an absolute requirement. And since we're using this for Team Escape, gotta add that heavy mass. So already I can tell you, customization is a dud. I don't know what I was expecting, but I guess I was expecting more than that. So there's something more in store for the other 3 cars. Call it Big Louie. I'm gonna black it out, screw it. I was gonna leave it alone, but I gotta have it blacked out. It's good. Oh, yeah. It looks sick like that. Makes me feel like a movie car. Alright, but tune this up. I'll be right back. Okay, I've ran into an unexpected problem. This car is an absolute pain in the ass to tune. We got an overall of 597, top B class, top speed of 652, acceleration of 772, and handling of 367. The handling is already going up way more than it did with the Porsche. Get an even gain 102 with top speed and acceleration, and then 93 for handling. Top part's Speed Science Ultra Series engine. Second part's Omni Race Group Street Series Forced Induction, and then Omni Race Group Street Series brakes. So all speed-focused parts. And as for the skill workshop, I'm going to do exactly the same thing as I did with the Porsche. A 40% juggernaut duration, 50% of collision force, 20% of juggernaut power, and the rest is pursuit cash. Alright, let's see how this bad boy does at compromise. How does it hit the chargers? Almost like they're not even there. I guess they shouldn't be in charge of this. Alright, how we doing, rhinos? Bro, it hits better than a Porsche. Ultimate test. Haha. Okay, that's awesome. Really? You're back? Why the hell are you here? Weren't you in A class? No. Get the hell out of here. No, right in the face. You know, I'll admit, the appearance of this car is starting to grow on me. I think it looks good. I think it looks better than the GranTurismo. It did good. You did a good job. Good job. Good job. We did a head-on collision and we did fine. 186 miles an hour. Dodge 2. Did dodge the 3rd though. Now we're already going almost 200 miles an hour to top B class. Jesus. S speed is absurd. Maybe I want to keep upgrading. I want to see just how fast I can get it. I can definitely tell you it's far more maneuverable than the Porsche. So between this and the Porsche Team Escape, this one wins already. I can already tell you that. At least so far it is. It's more maneuverable. It's heavier somehow, which I don't understand why. It's a car versus an SUV. I understand this is a big car, but still. It looks better in my opinion. And it just feels like a better car. Even has similar specs. Unless you hit something funny like that, it's not a very good car, but aside from that, it's a fantastic car. In fact, I have so much confidence that I'm not even going to bother activating Juggernaut, just going to hit him. Absolutely destroyed him. Yep. Fantastic at B class. Let's move on to the next class. Alright, all the parts are top speed parts, Dynamo aftermarket kit for the top 2 parts, and for the brakes, we got Speed Science Ultra Series brakes. Oh, we got an overall of 699, nice. Top speed of 757, acceleration of 875, and handling of 465. Overall, some fantastic stats, especially when compared to the Porsche. The handling is already over what the Porsche was at this point. Acceleration. You want to tell me? It's absolutely absurd. It's not as good as the Porsche, but it's still absurd. Late departure. Let's do you, big boy. 180 already. Absolutely destroyed that Charger with little to no arguments whatsoever. Because why would there be an argument about that? For some reason, my brain couldn't think of anything else to say. Damn you. Okay, that's the Rhino hit. Easy does it. Not that one. Right in the face. Boom. Dude, the handling is so much better. It is so nice compared to that Porsche. I think I already know what I got to say about it. I'll be right back. Dude, okay, we only got beat by the Porsche by 4 seconds. And I did hit a lot more things than I did with the Porsche. It's beautiful in A-Class. It's heavy enough that if you just want to run to the roadblock, you can go ahead. But it's maneuverable enough, if you don't have the time to sit there and hit the roadblock, you can just go around it. It's a beautiful combination. I don't know how they managed to do that with such a heavy and big car. That being said, let's move on to the next class. All right, it is now maxed out near the top at S1 class. Top 3 parts are Dynamo Aftermarket Series Elite parts. The bottom 3 are Stick Motorsport Elite Series parts. So we have focus on top speed and acceleration. You're not going to overall a 786 top S1 class, top speed of 841, acceleration at 969, nice, and handling of 549. So it already has better acceleration, and it has better handling, and I'm not so sure about top speed. I don't have that number memorized. So overall, this is definitely an improvement over the Porsche, and it's more than likely going to perform better in Alliance State. With how much I hate that Team Escape. Who knows? Maybe this car made me like it. I don't know. Either way, just kill me now. It's so stressful, man. That Team Escape. Right off the bat, I got ass-ended by a Mercedes. Ah, excuse me. It feels way better in terms of handling. I was not ready for that. Wow, they are pushing each other through this. They now have flats that won't... Never mind. What the? I swear. No, I forgot. No, no. Screw you. Slick. Yeah. We're good. Instant karma for laughing. That's what that was. No, I drove right into that one. Oh, I did not drive into that one. No, excuse me, please. I'm tired of rhinos. Using the wall. Screw you. Ah! Okay, excuse me! Oh, that was a good hit. Absolutely destroyed him. Why are you reversing into the wall? It's like you knew I was going to hit that. Hi. Run, flats. Oh! That was a good move, Rhino. Jesus Christ. Sacrificed himself and it didn't do anything. How many run flats have I freaking used? All the invisible spike strips are getting me. Activated Juggernaut Slingshot. Excuse me, get the hell out of my way, please. Holy crap. Juggernaut saved my ass at that time. Oh my god. Ah! It went out too soon. Excuse me. Oh my god. Okay, we're good. We made it. We're 40 seconds left of the clock. Even with that crazy collision, we still got better times than a Porsche. Yes, this is in fact a fantastic Team Escape car, and I highly recommend that you use it for that purpose. It might be already racist, but you're definitely not going to win against those hyper-handling cars. Moving on to the next car, ladies and gentlemen. This car being my second least favorite. No. Man, it's a hard competitive thing between Porsche and this, because I absolutely hate this thing too. The Maserati GranTurismo MC Stradale. It's got an overall of 587. Top speed of 603, acceleration of 720, and handling of 440. You know, given the fact that it's supposed to be a sports car, a Stradale version at that, the handling's not that good. Acceleration is pretty good, so is top speed, but the handling should be a lot better than that. And even though buying this thing is going to set you back a whopping $560,000 in-game cash. Construction route, let's do you for the 3rd time today. Now it's time for the useless information segment on the Maserati GranTurismo MC Stradale. There's a considerable amount of information about this car, but I am limited with time, so I'll just give you the clip notes. This generation GranTurismo ran from 2007 to 2019, quite a long run for a single model. There were 9 different models of this car, all varying in power, weight, etc. The S model shared the same engine as the Alfa Romeo 8C and the Quattroporte GTS we reviewed, but none of that is this car. This model has more horsepower, has a diamond-like coating to reduce friction, same technology used in F1 cars. It also weighs 110 kilograms less than the standard model, thanks to its carbon fiber wing mirrors, steering wheel, seats, spoiler, and hood. The craziest part of this car is the fact that they made less than 500 of these, only to fill in the demand from existing customers who wanted a road-legal super sports car. That's all for this useless information segment. Let's get back to the video. You know what? I'll admit it's not that bad. I have to admit that. But I hate this car. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's a bad car. It's a good car. I just hate it. MC Stroller, you trying to be like the MC Hammer? Get out of here with that. It's a GranTurismo, not a hypercar, supercar, whatever the hell the MC Hammer is. God, everybody hates this car. I don't blame you guys. I am with you on that. All right, so races. Pretty good. To be expected. Let's go do my favorite team escape, which this car does not belong in. I hope I get busted. This can't be right. Why did it take me so long to process the fact that it just plowed through that charger like it wasn't there? Rhino? What the hell should I use this for? Ultimate test up here? You bastards had to get in my way! It did well. It did very well. Why is this so hard for me to compute? It's not supposed to be a good at team escapes. It's supposed to be good in races. What the hell is this? It's too maneuverable. But surprisingly, packs a punch. I don't know what to think. I really don't know what. I was not expecting this. Oh my god. No! I just did two-wheel driving. Ah, right in the ass, dude. Why are you up my ass like that? It is. I can't comprehend the fact that this is both good at racing and team escapes. It's not a common occurrence. The Bentley Continental absolutely makes sense. It's four-wheel drive, it handles well, and it's heavy as hell because of the four-wheel drive and the fact that it's a luxury car. This, sure, is a luxury car, but it's much smaller than the Bentley Continental. I would have never expected it to actually have some weight to it. Anyway, I know what to say. I'll be right back. Okay, so, is it a good team escape car? Surprisingly, yes. The last thing I would have expected. So you can use this for both racing and team escapes. But, given the circumstances, I'm going to use it as a race car because that's what it's supposed to be. Alright, let's check out the aftermarket shop on this thing. Please, police light bars, blah. No spoilers, no hoods. Disappointment, custom wheels. I'll put some 19s on. Yeah, that actually fits it. I'll do that. Black tint, you know we gotta do it. Stage 3 lower kit is an absolute requirement. Butterfly, because it would sting like a bee and float like a butterfly. Totally didn't rip that off the Cars movie. Alright, I'm putting the color that I most commonly see them in. White. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Looks good that way. Alright, my tune this thing up. I'll be right back. Alright, so with the way tuning is going, I predict it's going to top out somewhere in S2 class. Probably near the top of it, if I had to guess. I wish I could put a wager on that, but I can't afford that. Top two parts are speed-focused parts, Dynamo Aftermarket kits, and Ursa Motorsports Pro Series for seduction, that thing. We got an overall of 697. Nice. Top speed of 735. Acceleration of 829 and handling of 528. Top speed got the most boost, not surprisingly. We put speed focused parts on here, followed by acceleration, then followed by handling. Handling didn't go up as much as I liked it to. But don't worry, near the end of the tune, we're going to be putting handling focused parts on it. Acceleration is pretty damn good, though, for top A class. Not as good as the other two, but pretty good. It's more balanced compared to the other ones. As for the skill workshop, since we are making a race build for once, we're going to do a 5-second perfect start duration, 40% on nitrous power if I have to use it, 20% on red line or perfect start RPM range, and last but not least, maximum race cash. Alright, let's go back to construction route. Let's see how it does this time. It got a minute and 6 when it was stock. Let's see how it does top A class. Okay, perfect launch is absurd. We almost went 170 before we hit that jump. Even though the handling barely went up, I take back what I was about to say because that was terrible, that slide. Okay, bring it back what I was about to say. It does handle a lot better. It's a little slidey, but it does handle a lot better, even though the handling barely went up. It does corner very well, all things considered. We shaved off about 3 seconds in time. That's a very good improvement. We maxed out at 191 miles an hour. Faster than a Murcielago. Faster than an Audi R8 4.2. I hate those things. Faster than everybody else in here from what it looks like. So far, it feels fantastic as a race car. Is it the best? Far from it, but it feels nice so far. That makes me happy, as much as I hate this car. Tuning up to the next class. All right, it looks like my prediction is right. It's definitely going to end up in S2 class, but it's probably not going to be at the top like I thought it would be. Top 3 parts are Dynamo Aftermarket kit, Elite Series parts, and the bottom 2 is Tier Elite Series suspension and Ventura Pro Series brakes. We're not going to overall at $799, top of S1 class. Top speed of 843, acceleration at 924, and handling of 632. The acceleration is right between the first two that we tested. The handling is above all of them so far. And that's beautiful. The top speed is absolutely absurd. This thing's probably going to top out around 200 miles an hour. Construction around for the 5th time today. Let's get it going. Dude, that perfect launch is absurd. It gets better. It's amazing, that perfect launch. In terms of handling, it feels so much better. More easy to control. Less slidey, too. Unless you're on grass. It's by no means a nimble car. It doesn't just dart all over the place, but it definitely does handle for what it is. Cross the line with 57 seconds. We just shaved off 5 more seconds off the clock. Less than a minute. That is insane. It's definitely not at the top of the list, but it does handle well. Moving on to the next class. All right, we're back with a traditional setup. Top 3 dynamo aftermarket kit parts. Bottom 3 tier elite series parts. I haven't done a setup like this in a long time. This is what they used to be, the best of the best, before they changed how the parts tune the cars. We're not going to overhaul an 822 low S2 class. Top speed at 864, acceleration at 942, and handling of 660. Overall, some fantastic stats. The handling definitely could be better, but for what it is, it actually kind of makes sense. I'm actually looking forward to how well this is going to race. I'm going to do a slightly longer race than usual. See how it does with maybe a little more corners. See if I can find one like that. It's not going to be longer, but it's definitely got a lot more corners. We topped out at 200 miles even with perfect launch. That is absurd. It's not the best, but that is still very good. Wow. Dude, that took that corner very well.
I'm happy. I am very happy. I'm very happy that semi wasn't there in a way. Oh my god, that was close.
Yeah, I'm happy with this car. I'm not happy with that civilian, but definitely happy with this car. It handles so well. I'm definitely impressed by the way this car performs. Could it be better? Sure. But you get what you get. It's a freaking Maserati. You can't expect it to be the best race car on the face of the earth. Unless it's the MC Hammer and you got a better driver. Fantastic. It feels nice. It feels so good. Problem is, since it is a top out in S2 class, it's probably not the best for S2 class. So S1 is its peak, in my opinion, since you can't really use it where it's at right now. It does handle better than I expected. The acceleration is superb for what it is. I am definitely overall impressed with this car. Still hate the hell out of it, but it's a good car. So I recommend you pick it up, definitely. So far, the one I least recommend is the Porsche. Moving on to the next car. This is the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. It's got an overall of 626, top speed is 678, acceleration at 750, and handling of 450. Once again, handling feels like it should be better, especially considering what the hell it is. It's a very iconic car. It's definitely going to be a classic in the future. There's no doubting that, especially with those inspirational gold wing doors this thing has. And when it buys thing, it's going to set you back a whopping $735,000 in-game cash. The first car on this list to actually have a meaning behind whopping. Arguably the prettiest car on this list. Second prettiest. I can't do the Dodge Viper like that. Back to construction route for the 6th time today. You know, I've been recording for an hour and a half. This is really going to be a long video. I'm going to go through hell editing it. Now it's time for the useless information segment on the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. The man who designed this car, Mark Featherston, however you might pronounce that, designed it as a modern-day version of the 300 SL Goldwing. This car was the first car by Mercedes to be built from scratch entirely by AMG. The SLS AMG was assembled mostly by hand. AMG also built the engine by hand, with the exception of the body and the chassis. The engine in this car was extensively modified from the original engine design, so much so that they gave it a new name. The car has a 6.2-liter V8 making 563 horsepower, not as powerful as its predecessor, but it's also 300 pounds lighter, the predecessor being the iconic Mercedes McLaren SLR. You might be surprised to know that the SLS beat the SLR around the track regardless of the weight and power difference. That's all for this segment. Back to the video. Crossed the line at 170 miles an hour. Minute 9 seconds because of that major crash. That was my fault. I wasn't paying attention. It feels good. It does feel a little sluggish, if I'm being honest. I expected better. Acceleration doesn't feel as good as it should. Put that number. I don't know what's going on with it. I guess we're going to find out the more we drive it. Let's go to late departure. Test the team escape abilities of this car. I have a feeling it's probably going to do pretty well at team escapes. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Just like the GranTurismo, it's a heavy hitter. I don't know why I'm surprised. They have cop variants of each of these cars. A Rhino? Come on, man. Look, I think it's just safe to say all these cars are going to be good for team escapes. I should have seen that coming. I really should have. I mean, they all have cop variants. What was I expecting? This compared to the GranTurismo, though? This actually feels worse for racing than the GranTurismo. And the GranTurismo starts out in B class. Tops out at its bottom at S2 class. So far, going based off this first impression and I'm getting off of this car, that's a tough one, dude. I don't know. Because the maneuverability is definitely there, but it seems sluggish at times. It's very different. It's like they took this sports car and put it in comfort mode, because even the suspension feels a little soft. Rhino! See, look at that. They're all going to be good hitters. I know what to say. I can zip it right back. It didn't get the best time in late departure compared to the other three, but it did pretty well, all things considered. And you know what? At this point, after this one, there's only one more left after this. I'm not going to bother doing a team escape because I know it's going to do well. They're all going to do well. And I shouldn't have expected any less. I'm actually kind of annoyed by that. I don't know why I didn't put that together sooner at that. Oh, would you look at that? We just unlocked the Cayenne Turbo Sport SCPD. Claim! All right, let's check out the aftermarket shop, shall we? Probably gonna be only one body kit. Go figure. You got a light bar and two little lights on the front. I'm assuming there's gonna be some lights in the back somewhere. Yep, down there. Bottom there. We got one spoiler. Oh, the spoiler up. It makes sense. I'm installing that. Only because it's the first time I saw one in here. No hoods. Go figure. I'm gonna keep the wheels. No, I'm upgrading them. Screw it. I'm upgrading them. Yeah, those look good. I'm installing those. Black tint, you know we gotta do it. Stage reloader kit is an absolute requirement. Art attack. I have no idea what the hell that means, but we're installing it. Oh, forgot how much I love pearl finishes. Doing it! Alright, I'm gonna tune this thing up to the next class. I'll be right back. Alright, top three parts are Stick Motorsport Elite Series parts, and the suspension is Ventura Pro Series suspension. We're now getting an overall of 799, top speed of 871, acceleration of 958, and handling of 568. Dude, Jesus Christ. Acceleration got a gain of 208. That's insane, but we did put acceleration focused parts. It's about time that's actually doing something. Followed by top speed, and then lastly, handling. The bottom three are going to definitely be handling parts. We're going to stick with the top three being acceleration focused parts. And as for the skill workshop, we're going to do exactly the same thing we did with the Gran-Turismo. Construction route for, I don't even know how many times at this point. I'm not going to count anymore. The sixth time? I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nearly 200 miles an hour. That is insane. That perfect. Handling heals tremendously better somehow, regardless of the fact that we only put one handling focused part on here. Jesus Christ, this thing is quick. It's like the suspension got stiffened and we went into race mode. Oh! Almost hit the second SUV. Dude, the competition's not even a competition. We got this done in almost 56 seconds. That is insanely quick. The handling feels so much. Jesus, we went over 200 miles an hour at 216 miles an hour. Yep, definitely can say it. It's a race car. That's no question about it. Where's the spoiler? You don't do that to a Murcielago SV. What the hell is wrong with you? All the cars are hating because I won, and I went faster than everybody. This thing feels amazing. The handling is significantly improved, regardless of the fact the number didn't even go that much higher. It feels amazing. Insanely quick. This is going to be crazy in S2 class. Let's check that out. I'll be right back. Well, it tops out just below mid S2 class. Top three parts are Stick Motorsport parts, and the bottom three are Tier Elite Series parts. We got an overall 840, top speed of 909, acceleration of 987, almost 1,000, and handling of 624. The stats are absurd. Handling got the least out of it, though, which honestly I expected more. Actually, I take that back. I got the most gain. Huh. The parts are actually doing something. Acceleration is almost 1,000. Like I said, that's insane. It's probably going to do insanely well in a race. Let's go back to Mason Street for the final race of this car. Honestly, I was expecting better with the overall. I expected more. This perfect launch is going to be ridiculous, isn't it? Topped out around 220 miles an hour with perfect launch. We're already going 230. What the hell? We hit a glitch point. We hit a glitch point. Thank you for running me instead of going around me. Fortunately, we handled better to the Camaros. Unless you do stupid things like I just did. Dude, oh my goodness, this thing feels so much better. Ooh, man, this thing is definitely gonna take the cake over the GranTurismo. You know, assuming I don't crash to everything, it should win this race. I would have to catastrophically crash to lose this race with how far ahead I am. I really want to put that past me either. Oh, right in the face! Okay, it's great at racing, but once you get to a certain speed, just like any car on the planet, it starts to have some trouble steering. So it's definitely not going to be in the top list of, you know, race car to not drive driven in this game. But it is definitely better than the ones we tested so far. Definitely better than the GranTurismo. It destroys the GranTurismo in a race. The GranTurismo tops out at like 820, right? So it's only 20 overall lower than this, and this absolutely destroys it. I think the acceleration definitely helps that. 236, we went faster than the Camaro. No surprise, the Camaro tops out at 235. It is an American car. Love straight line speeds. Overall, fantastic race car. Definitely would be good at Teamscapes as well, just like every car we've tested in this update so far. Moving on to the next car. This is the Dodge Viper SRT10 ACR from 2010. I think it was 2010. It apparently already has 3 parts on it. Birch body kit, curved spoiler, and a Q-tip CF carbon fiber hood. That's carbon fiber? Got a stripe on a carbon fiber? We got an overall of 680, top speed of 720, acceleration to 820, and handling of 500. Everything's a little lower. This has the best stats out of all of them. It feels like the most balanced, although the handling definitely, in my opinion, should be better. I think I said that in the update video. I don't know, but the acceleration feels great. The top speed feels fantastic. And even to buy this thing, it'll set you back a whopping $680,000 in-game cash. And doesn't it just look bellissimo? About time I said that in this video. We know how it's going to do with Team Escape, so we're not doing that during this test. Good structure out for the 7th, 8th time? I have officially lost count. Now it's time for the useless information segment on the Dodge Viper ACR. Technically, this is the 2nd generation ACR. The 1st generation ACR was an optional package. The 1st gen ACR package came with a couple of engine modifications, BBS rims, a 5-point harness for both the driver and passenger, and Kone adjustable shocks. It came standard with AC and a radio delete, but the radio could be added back for a ridiculous price of $10,000 US dollars. I would honestly rather just go to a local tech shop and have them install one of them for me for way cheaper. As for this ACR, the upgrades over the standard Viper were pretty drastic. It got street legal racing tires, 2-piece brake rotors, adjustable suspension, and crazy aero upgrades like a front splinter, canards, and a carbon fiber adjustable rear wing. With all these aero upgrades, it had 1,000 pounds of downforce at 150 miles an hour, which is about 10 times the downforce of a standard Viper. The weight difference was only about 40-pound difference, not too much, but noticeable between the ACR and the standard Viper. Well, that's the end of this useless information segment. Enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, yeah, it took a minute and 11 seconds, but that's because I once again had a major crash near the start of the race. That one is on me. I was distracted by a speed tail. That speed tail just so happens. The thing went 205 miles an hour. Got the same handling as me too. All right, let's go see the pointless workshop thing, aftermarket kit thing, majig customization aftermarket shop. 2 body kits. One is currently on the car. What happens when we remove it? What does it look like? What? Are you serious right now? Okay, so the body kit simply just removes and adds on the stripes and colors, which is cool. You can remove it if you want to, but then you gotta remove vinyls at the front, unless it's part of the hood. This body kit, go figure, is cop lights. Would have guessed that. The spoiler is the current spoiler that we currently have, and I'm assuming if you remove the hood, well, that saves the trouble. I guess it removes all of it. So all the stripes and all the black paint, that's simply part of the body kit and the hoods and stuff like that. That's fine. That works. I'm gonna keep the wheels as they are because why the hell would I remove them? I mean, sure, you can find something better, but this is Dodge Viper ACR. I'm not removing a damn thing on here. Black tint, you know we gotta do it. Stage reloader kit is an absolute requirement. And just so you know, yes, this car is like a god to the Americans. Bellissimo. Gotta do it. There is no other plate that should be putting on this. All right, I'm gonna tune this thing up. I'll be right back. All right, top 3 parts are focused on speed. We're gonna do another traditional setup. I want to improve the handling and speed on this thing. It's not gonna have any problems with acceleration. It's already gone up like crazy. We're now gonna overall a 798, top speed of 843, acceleration at 953, and handling of 600. So we did get 100 gain on handling. Most gain was acceleration followed by top speed, which that's a fantastic improvement. This is definitely going to handle better than the McLaren or Mercedes. I'm getting all the M's mixed up. And I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with the other ones with the skill workshop. It's official. I've been recording for over 2 hours now.
Y'all better love me.
Probably crap. I don't.
I'm enjoying it, all right?
Don't know why I had to make that face. Is it just me here? Did that feel absolutely absurd? That looked like it was going like a bat out of hell, and that's because it was. It went up to 190 and zero in a freaking perfect for launch alone. Having trouble talking because now I have to concentrate on racing, otherwise I will keep crashing like I have been doing. You know, the best thing I could do to describe this car right now is that it's rigid. It does steer well, but it seems to take an ever so split second to turn. And it's stiff to do it. It doesn't quite just go. It's almost like you gave it some Viagra. It does handle well. And it did in fact go over 200 miles an hour in this race. It's not as fast as the Mercedes so far, but it is quick. Moving on to the next class. All right. It tops out in S2 class. I should have been expecting anything less. Top 3 parts are Dynamo Aftermarket Kit Parts Elite Series, and the bottom 3 are Tier Elite Series parts as well. Beautiful combination of parts because they did a damn good job on the overalls. We now got an overall at 868 near the top of S2 class, top speed of 904, acceleration of over 1,000, and handling of 690. Beautiful number. Dude, acceleration is absolutely absurd. So is top speed. This thing is going to be a monster. It even has better handling now. Like, this thing is going to be insane. It should feel tremendously better through the corners. And that perfect launch is probably going to be ridiculous too. Mason Street. Let's do you one last time. Around 220 on perfect launch, just like the Mercedes did. I keep saying McLaren, stop it! Okay, cornering is not bad, but it feels a little worse than the Mercedes did. It has a little bit of an understeer to it. I get it, American cars are really good in straight lines, but this one is notorious for the absurd amount of downforce it has. Alright, ignoring the mild understeer that it has, it feels fantastic in the corners. And it's tough to say so far, going based off of the experience, which would be better, the Mercedes or the Dodge Viper. Oh my god, though, the acceleration at top speed is ridiculous, though. This thing would be a monster in the Most Wanted Team Escape. It is very grippy. And I'm starting to think that might actually be the problem. It's too grippy, so it understeers. That would imply that it's got too much front downforce. Aside from that, it feels fantastic. I think it's a fantastic race car. We topped out at 235 miles an hour. Isn't that about the same as the Mercedes? Anyway, I imagine this has been an incredibly long video. We're now at the end of it. I've been recording for over 2 hours. Who knows how long this video is going to be. It depends on how I decide to edit the video and all the fun facts, if there are going to be that many. I already got some written down for the Porsche. This is going to be such a long video to make, and I certainly hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Crash to that like button. If you'd like to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell to keep up to date with all my videos. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Deuces! Oh yeah, one last thing. Mercedes is the best out of the bunch. I would say that. It's the best car out of the pack so far. Anyway, deuces!